and welcome to Craft Time with Eastville Library. I'm Alma. For this year's summer's reading program, we will be making crafts based on the color or colors of the week. For today's craft, we will be making a flower pot narwhal. Here are the items you will need. You will need a small flower pot, blue and white paint, paint brushes, a pipe cleaner, wiggly eyes, a black marker, glue, and scissors. Since scissors is needed, adult supervision is required. This is the flower pot I will be using. As you can tell, it is small. You don't want a really big one, you just need a small one. I will be using blue and white paint. This is the blue paint that I have and that I will be using. It is a bit dark, so I will be mixing it with white and creating a light blue. What I'll be using is using my paintbrush and painting the whole outside of my flower pot into this blue color. So you can place your flower pot down on the napkin as you paint, and this will dry off pretty quickly. As you can tell, parts of this pot's already kind of dry. So I'll set this aside and start cleaning up, since for the second half of this part we will need clean hands, not blue hands. For this part of the project, we'll be setting aside our painted flower pot to the side, just moving it off, and we'll be bringing out our blue construction paper. I have a piece of scratch paper that I have, and I'll just be cutting out the fins and the tail for my narwhal. And you just need a small one, nothing really bigger than this size, and you'll just be cutting out a shape. So these are the shapes I cut out. These are the fins and the tail. That's all you will need for this part, as our flower pot is still drying. So I'll be putting these off to the side, and I'll be bringing out my pipe cleaner. I have a very shiny one right here and a plain one right here. That's already been pre-cut. This was from the scratch pile that we have. So in order to match this one, I'll just be cutting a little bit of the shiny pipe cleaner, like right here. And since this is a narwhal, you do want the horn to be kind of like sparkly, so that's why I have this one out. So I'll be setting these two right here, setting them side by side, and I'll just be like twisting them together like this. So kind of creating that spiral effect, really. Make sure that it's really everywhere, so you have the sparkly side and then the non-sparkly side, and this will be the horn for my narwhal. So now I'll be bringing out my flower pot, and I'm going to be gluing eyes, the fins, and I'll be attaching this as well. Bringing out my fin, my tail, and my horn, and my eyes. These are all the items that I'll need to complete my narwhal. I'll be using a simple glue stick. However, if you do not have the wiggly eyes that are paper, I'd recommend using liquid glue. So all I'll be doing is just gluing my eyes onto my flower pot. And I'll be placing it a little bit above right here of this rim. I'm placing it right there. Giving it a little good pat, and as you can see, it's stuck on very well. I'll be doing the same thing with the other eye. And I'll be placing it right here next to each other. You can tell my narwhal is starting to have a face. Next, I will be gluing the fins onto the sides right here. I'll be placing them right here on this part, and on the other one right here on this side. So again, you just need a little bit of glue, and it should stick on right here. All you have to do is just press on it and try not to move it, because it will move around. So just kind of give it a good press, and it should attach just fine. I'll be doing the same with the other one. Just putting it right here. Again, pressing down on it and just kind of leaving it like that For this one, I'll just be putting glue. I left a little piece right here sticking out so I can tuck it into the back part of my flower pot. I'll be putting glue right here. And the purpose of this is that you're going to turn your flower pot around and you're going to be sticking this on right here like that. And then you're moving it forward. You're kind of be curving this down. So you're pressing this fin down like that and sticking this like this. So you really want the glue to really get on the inside of the flower pot like that. And then your tail right now is just sticking up. So it has a tail. My narwhal is almost complete. It needs a horn. So I will be tucking just this in to this hole right here that it came with. And just kind of sticking it forward like this. Since narwhals, their horns are more towards the front of their face. And then on this side, as you can see, it's kind of sticking out straight. You're just pressing down on it like this. And you're just creating this indent so that the horn doesn't fall off. So that when you flip it back up, it stays right in. I'm almost complete with my narwhal. I just need to give it a smile. So this is the face of my narwhal. All I'm be doing is just putting a little like dimple right here. So, and then like a little curve like that. I don't need to continue right here. I'm just gonna add another dimple right here on this side. And then creating a small curve, just like that. So that your narwhal is always smiling. Now that we've completed our craft, here are some books we recommend to go along with this week's theme color, blue. Not Quite Narwhal, The Proudest Blue, The Well in My Swimming Pool. They are now available here at Eastville Library. We are now open for public entrance during our new hours of operation, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you would like any of these items, you can give us a call or you can go online at rivliv.net to place these items on hold. Thank you again for joining us with Craft Time with Eastville Library. Stay crafty, my friends.